Hello everybody on YouTube, this is MHRoss22. Good to see you, how you doing? I've been gone for about 3 months or so doing a little bit of schoolwork, learning about my God, learning about what's in the Bible, the history of the church, and theologians who kind of helped govern the school of thought throughout Christian history. And I've been having a great time. The reason why I'm making this video is to an atheist who responded to my response on an atheist video in response to a Christian video. Let me explain. There's this gentleman who I watch who has got a great channel named Corrupt Christian, and I love his videos. And I noticed that he had a response, or more so a video, to him from a well-known atheist, and this atheist kind of owns him in argument and just tries to discredit him and his beliefs and makes fun of him and thinks he's so fantastic because he's so blind and naive, and it's just adorable to him, I guess. And he kind of refers to him as a piece of hors d'oeuvre at a party, something that he's a morsel that he can't help himself but to eat because it just feels so good to trample on other people's beliefs, or whatever reason he has for a well-known atheist who has far more subscribers than Grubb does to try to own him in some sort of way. Maybe that gives him the jollies. I don't know. I'm sure he has a reason, but nevertheless, I responded to his video saying that all of his arguments, all of his points in his arguments, point in his videos, can be counterpointed quite easily, all of them. And I just noted that, and I said, why don't you do some research? Because it is quite often in where a person or an atheist looks at a Christian video and just kind of says their own real opinion and just kind of puts it aside, but doesn't really take the time and effort to look at the other side. And that's something I try to do. I try to be empathetic. I try to look at both sides of the argument and see which one is more compelling. And I think that's what should be done. But unfortunately, there's some people that don't wish to do that. They do not wish to look further into arguments for Christianity. They just rather learn all the little pieces that make God look weird, or make all pieces that make God look bad, without looking at the entire picture. I see that happening quite a bit. So I just simply put down in this video that all your points can be countered. Why don't you do some research for yourself? And then I get a response by somebody, I forget his name, sorry, starts with a P, and he says, well, what are these so easy responses that you can give to this guy, because I just want to hear them. And I said, I'm not going to let you know all the points, because that is my point, is the fact that you come to Christians expecting these grand answers without going out and doing any research of your own. And I'm not saying that you can't go to a Christian for some answers. That's probably the best way some people learn, is to talk to somebody through discussion, through conversation. It's a great way to learn. But however, I do encourage atheists or Muslims or any person of any faith, or someone with no faith at all, to do their own research and to look at both sides and to be just very honest with himself, instead of coming to certain arguments or certain ideologies or certain school of thoughts with a kind of predisposed opinion. So, having said that, I said, well, let's look at the pillar of salt. He said, okay, well, why is that? And then what basically the story behind it is that God turns a person into a pillar of salt because she did what she was not supposed to do. That's extremely watered down. But however, what this atheist, the well-known atheist, does in this video is that he kind of makes fun of it. He says, he says, well, why turning a person into a pillar of salt? How is it any different than God turning a person into bubble gum? Well, that's a great argument, and I think that it's funny. And I think that, well, maybe you should go answer it yourself. Maybe you should look at some of the themes in the Bible, and maybe you should go get some answers. And a lot of times, I guess, atheists think that this is a Christian's way of dodging answers, because we just don't know. Sure, maybe with some, on this particular case, I do know why God does some weird things. Guess what the answer is? He's weird. God is weird. God's strange. God's mysterious. That's the exact point about him. We don't know everything. We can't comprehend him. To comprehend him in his all-encompassing ways or ideas, it's just not possible for us. But we can know about him through the Bible and also through experience and how to come into a relationship with him. But however, it just wasn't something that this certain atheist wanted to do, who was replying to me and expected me to spew out all these answers. So instead, I just said that he was weird. Now let me elaborate on this. If you look in the Bible, God does not turn people into man-made objects or something that is directly made by himself. Something that no, actually, I'm going to go with man-made objects. That makes things a lot simpler. So God doesn't, in the Bible, doesn't turn a person into a chair, does not turn people into laptops. He does not turn people into bubble gum. It is made by man. And you could say that, oh, God made man, so man created bubble gum, so therefore God created bubble gum. So it's then, I think God could turn people into bubble gum. Maybe he can. I'm pretty sure he could. But having said that, he just wouldn't. In going through the Bible scriptures, he turns people into, or he does things that are from his own creation. So that kind of argument is null and void right there. You have to look at the circumstance, knowing the fact that God is weird. But some people won't want to hear that. We don't want to hear about God is weird because atheist has this idea of who God is. And as soon as he jumps out of that boundary, they attack him for it. Oh, you turn somebody into a pillar of salt. That's weird. That's strange. There must not be a God because you're not acting the way my God in my head is acting. So therefore, I'm not going to believe in you. Oh, guess what? It doesn't work that way. If you look at the universe is weird. The cosmologic, no, that's not it. The universal constant, which is the probability of the Earth being so finely tuned to sustain life. If you look at that, how weird and how improbable it is, or the galaxies, or just other things in life. For example, if you were to go to somebody, say in the 1300s, and you said to them, listen, don't drink that cup that other people are drinking. It's going to get you sick, disease, and all that stuff. They're going to be like, I do that all the time, and I'm fine. And like, no, listen. You know how it happens? Little tiny bugs. So, little tiny bugs. They're on the cup. And when you drink it, they go inside you and make you sick. That's what they do. They're little tiny bugs. Little. So small you can't see them. You can't see. Look, there's about 1 billion on my hand. Look. Of course, you can't see them. Okay, never mind. But they're there. They're there. Trust me. And the person in the 1300s would go like, okay, so directions to the insane asylum is 2 lefts, take a right, and take off your pants, and I'm sure they'll find you somewhere. So you can go that way. But yet, we have microscopes now, and we go, wow, there is bacteria, little tiny creatures that can go into your body and make you tremendously sick. How strange is that? To the person in the 1300s, they wouldn't understand that. So, that makes in itself, you have to understand that the weird things in life can also be applied to weird things in God because they correspond. God is weird in a sense that he does things that we don't expect him to. So therefore, his creation is going to have some weird things. So, I also want to do another video response about the covenants and the themes in the Bible, which kind of covers why God acts in certain ways that he does. Like in Exodus 32, chapter 32. Take a look at that. That's a common argument. I'll do that later on, but hopefully that's some food for thought. Hopefully atheists, that gives you a different perspective. Hopefully it gives you ability to, or maybe I should encourage you, just go do some searching of your own. Do some research of your own, looking at both sides. As ridiculous as that side may seem. Okay? Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Take care now.